Gotta have a history lesson in a bit. I'm still really sick, so I don't know how long this is gonna go for. Oh, being sick in February, just like the beach in July, makes you overheat. Welcome. I do a live news commentary every weekday, unless I'm like exceptionally sick. So hit subscribe. What's up, Curtis? And hit the notification bell. If my eyes look like I'm glitching, it's because I got this bad sinus or something right now. Sorry. Um, so let's do a quick history lesson before we get into today's Elon Musk is a huge crybaby. But he's not just like a crybaby. Like he's like the tattletale crybaby. He's the kid who would cry specifically on cue to get something done. Like if you were in his vicinity and you had something he wanted, he would cry and say, "They stole it from me. That's a crime." And he would cry until it was taken from you. I'm so over YouTube's TOS. Oh, I can imagine. Bro, your views on new pandemic in China. Ooh, I haven't heard about it. I'll have to read, Tarush. Good to see you, by the way. But that's terrifying. But it's only fitting, you know? They elected Trump again, and all these, what are they called? End of days people? Revelationists? I think those people are like excited, but you look at planes falling out of the sky, new whatever is going on in China. I mean, I'll read about it. Today I want to talk about Elon Musk because Elon Musk had the balls to cry foul. This is what happens when really rich people don't like something. They say, that's illegal. You can't do that. No worries, Curtis. Um, and Elon Musk, if you tried to go to white people Twitter on Reddit, I don't know if it's still banned, but it's in a ban. Elon Musk got to put in a timeout. He was crying, saying they're doing illegal stuff, which they weren't, again. And I linked the article down below. YouTube keeps removing critical comments that are not bullying or against their TOS. Really? But I believe it. Curtis, listen, we're in the technocrat billionaire day and age. What I'm talking about with Elon Musk, it runs parallel to who owns YouTube, Alphabet, and Google, to all these companies. Remember, the CEO of Google was at Trump's inauguration. Facebook's CEO, Amazon, Elon Musk. Why do you think they all went to Trump's inauguration? So they could do whatever they want with no recourse. We're going to get into the history lesson in a second, but that's important for people to understand because a lot of people have been so corrupted into thinking the government is like something that does stuff to us, but really the government is supposed to provide services, regulations, and laws for how we conduct our society. And one of those regulations and services and laws is protecting what our country is founded on, the free speech, all that stuff. Not going to get into it. But there's a big reason why it was so concerning that trillionaires, there was like trillions of money, CEOs worth trillions of money sitting next to Trump at his inauguration, throwing piles of cash at him. Why? Because they want to do whatever they want to do. And if we don't have a government like Lena Khan or these people who are meant to regulate and say, hey, you can't do that. That's too far. That's why we want a government to keep corporations at bay, because if not, what happens? Corporations will run everything, which what we're seeing now with Elon Musk. And when they run everything, what I'm talking about right now will happen more and more because they don't have to go by any rules. They're not for the people, by the people. Corporations are, we do what we want when we want. I always equate it to if you've ever been to high school and they always have a handbook. And either in the front or at the back of the handbook, I'm well versed at this, it will say rules are subject to change at any point at any time. And if you break a rule that's outside that fucking handbook, which I've done, they point to that and they go, well, now it's in the handbook because we just changed it. And you're stuck. And that's the rules at your work. Your work is a code of conduct, a rule book, a policy, guide, whatever it is. And I guarantee you somewhere in there it says these are subject to change whenever the fuck we feel like it. If you did something new because things are progressing because people can be so subversive and dissent in such unique ways that if we can't identify it, we'll figure it out and make it a rule that you broke. And that's why we don't want corporations running this stuff. But let's get into a history lesson. This is a good point to talk about this. A long time ago, when this country started, we had one guy who was not elected. Nobody chose to put him there. Some may say it was divine right, divine intervention, a bloodline. But long, long ago, this country that I sit in, the U.S. of Fart America, this country had one person, one ruler to rule them all, one overlord who determined where the money went, how the taxes went. There was no representation. You might have heard that word before. And that person was called a king. And a long, long time ago, we decided against a king. A lot of people died. We went to war over not having a king because we wanted representation. We wanted a say on how we could govern ourselves. Let's fast forward, what are we, 200 or 300 years? Almost 300 years. Let's fast forward to today, and we have Elon Musk, if you look anywhere in the news, running around with a team of little kids, 20-year-olds, getting into all the government data, all the pay stuff, all the financials, all the hard drives, installing his own hard drives. And Elon Musk was not elected. No, he was not on any ballot in any state. He should not have any kind of authority to do this. Doge is not a real thing. It is all made up by billionaire, by the richest man. And for those people who like the cops that I've heard say that this is good, it's not. It's anti-American. Whatever, if you elected Trump and Trump wants to go and gut everything and then you got to find out the hard way, that was an election. Elon has no fucking right to do any of this. And now we're going to take a little sneak peek into what the whims, a country run by the whims of Elon would be like. Because if you're not on Twitter, I can't even fucking go on there anymore. I'll open it because I have friends that are still on there and I'll go, I can't even do it. And I just totally close it out. But Elon cried to, I'm guessing, his buddy who owns Twitter, Reddit, that shitbag who took billions of dollars and effed over all the mods. I'm guessing he just cried aloud and said, it's illegal what they're doing on white people Twitter, which is totally a post that would go on white people Twitter, by the way. Him complaining about white people Twitter, saying that it's illegal what they're doing there, is totally something that would be screenshotted and put on white people Twitter, which is hilarious in itself. This guy's a walking fucking hypocritical contradiction, liar, snake, traitor, rat, punk, coward, bitch. I don't know what is it. We got to come up with a new word. A goob. A goob. Like a noob, but a rat. A rube. A rat noob. Noob rat. Hello, how are you doing, Sagnik? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hit subscribe. We're talking about Elon Musk and him getting white people Twitter, the Reddit subreddit, white people Twitter, banned. Now, what did he say they were doing that was illegal? He said that them posting the people that work for him, there's like a group of 5 little kids. These kids are like in their 20s, okay? Smart kids. It looks like, their resumes are like, obviously come from money because they all went to really nice schools, Harvard, MIT, whatever. But they're going in to the government's payment systems, all these different things. I heard that Elon's going to the Department of Labor today, which they want to gut. They want to remove OSHA. You know what OSHA means? OSHA basically means you get a safe workplace. You don't have to die like they did 100 years ago going to work. You get a hard hat. You don't have to fucking climb into a fire to get something they dropped. Like OSHA just simply means like it's the government regulations to have a safe workplace. Who would want to get rid of that? Who? And if you think you do, just wait until your boss says, hey, do that. And you go, I might die. And they go, OSHA's gone. I don't give a shit. Go. Or you lose your job. Like, that's what we're looking at, right? They want to dismantle OSHA. But Elon Musk cried that putting the names of these people, these kids that are working for him, is illegal, which it's not. What is illegal is him bringing these children into the Department of Labor or wherever they went yesterday. These offices, these government offices where he went on the weekend, and he's installing his own hard drives. He's going through the files. I think he's got everyone's social security number. That's awesome. You know, they don't even need to mine our data anymore. That's why Facebook and Amazon and all them they were like, you know what, let's just get around the mining data. Let's just pay the government off. Let's give Trump a bribe, and we'll just get all the data firsthand from from the records department. And he's going in there doing God knows what, because there's no oversight. There's no one to cordon him off or say, hey, you can't touch that. Why are you getting access to that? Like, think about that. If I tried to walk into an office and just get everyone's social security number, you think that they'd allow me to do that? Do you think that if you tried to do it, they'd just be fine with that? Why are people okay with Elon doing it? But more importantly, that he's got these little kids that have access to it. And who knows where, if these kids were abused or fucking pressured to go to Harvard or MIT by their parents, and they're just hateful at the world, even though they probably never had to, go without heat or miss a meal. Who knows how vindictive these kids are? Remember, Trump used to be a kid, and he was a severely abused kid. You could tell him as an adult, He has no confidence. He's very insecure. He's got to attack everybody. Same with Elon Musk. His demented dad, who ended up marrying his stepdaughter, did a number on Elon. And we're seeing it in real time, Regular people don't behave like this. But because Elon just cried. He just cried aloud. He said, man, what they're doing is illegal. The white people Twitter subreddit got banned. Got taken down. I don't know if it's 72 hours. Hopefully it's not permanent. But imagine that. If you're an Elon Musk fan, I love all the gamers who were like, I used to like Elon Musk, and then I found out he was lying about being the number 4 Exile 2 player or Dark Souls whatever player. I'm not into that kind of gaming. But I'm like, that was the fucking straw. Like, once you found out he lied about that, I'm like, does that wake you up? That if he's lying about that, something so glaringly obvious, like he obviously doesn't have time to be the number 4 player in the world while running everything. I hope that wakes people up to like, oh shit, he's lying about everything. Because he is. He don't tell the truth. I am Squeaky Wheel. Sounds like the record department is okay with what's happening, meaning it's legal. Squeaky Wheel, here is the conundrum we live in. This is how you know how our politicians are. In other countries, there would be mass protests, politics. Look what happened in South Korea. I mean, people show up. In America, I don't know if we're brainwashed, we're too propagandized, we're unaware of like the dire consequences that could come down the road. But squeak wheel. If you think it's okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's okay. And I don't think it's legal for him to get access to everyone's social security number. If that was the case, then anyone could do it. All you got to do is know the president, and I've seen him on TV, so I could go there. So it's definitely not legal. That's why, a social security number is usually protected. It's not something, you know what I mean? Like, there's stipulations around it. So it's definitely not legal. The thing is our government is run by so many corporations that are we have puppet politicians that they're allowing it to happen. And the reason I bring this to everybody is because, we need to be aware, because I would just like to hear if anyone thinks like, oh, there's a lot of good coming from him interfering or meddling with this stuff. Like, what good do you think? Well, before I even ask you what good do you think, a guy who knew it wasn't illegal to post the people he's working with, their names, on a Reddit subreddit, knew that it wasn't illegal, but just did it so he could get that Reddit subreddit shut down. Because that's what happened. Link down below. A guy like that, Elon Musk, who knew it's not illegal, but he just used his power and influence and money and his microphone, because he's got one of the biggest in the world with Twitter, and he cried and cried and cried until Reddit shut down white people Twitter subreddit. or banned it or put it on a timeout. A guy like that who's willing to fucking go, I know this isn't illegal, but I just want that shut down. I don't want that information out. You think that guy has good intentions for whatever the fuck he's doing in the government? Really? That guy? That guy? What do you think? He's so fucking bipolar that today he's doing that, tomorrow he's like, you know what? We're going to have child tax credits again. That's why I was getting everyone's social security number. We're going to do universal health care. I don't agree, but I know better than ever going against the U.S. Even when Biden was president, I kept my head down. Don't keep your head down. I'm aware our government does whatever we want. Presidents have said they will use the military if people rose up. Yup. Listen, squeaky wheel, you were correct right there. Look at Mr. Fred Hampton, one of my favorite people on this planet ever. And the government said, no. We're not going to have, number one, a black guy who is organizing like he could. Mr. Hampton was an organizer like no other. In the communities, feeding children and showing them that like a better community is possible. And the government with the Chicago police ended that man. That was an assassination. Fred Hampton was assassinated, folks. So squeaky wheel, you're right. But the thing I will say to you is please don't, and this goes for Biden too. Like they're all lame demo rat chat. Ocean American bully. Fuck are you talking about? If you're for what's going on right now, like I said, they're trying to dismantle OSHA. You understand what OSHA is? It's the right to have a safe workplace, you fucking idiot. Get out of here. Jesus. Trying to make illegals like you. That's the thing. See, he wants a king. He wants a king. They want people who have a different opinion, want a better society to be illegal. That's the most hilarious anti-American thing. It's like we know where, and squeaky wheel, this is what I'm trying to say to you. We know where you would have stood back when, the revolution happened. You would have been like, we need this king, man. He gets to say whatever he wants. We're trying to get you little revolutionaries, the Sons of Liberty, out of here. You would have been snitching. You would have been Benedict Arnold #2. What is he? Ocean American bully UKC Arnold. You were a Benedict Arnold. You want to know what you were in the past? Well, look at your actions right now. What's up, CJ? I'm very sick, so I don't know how long I could do this, but just letting Ocean American bully UKC understand that he is a Benedict Arnold. He's anti-American. He wants people who are Democrats to be illegal because I don't like their thoughts. I don't like that they like to do that free speech thing. You're just like Elon Musk. He didn't like the free speech thing. He said it was illegal to post the names of the people he's working with, and Reddit banned it, which is, this is all anti-American. But somehow people believe that it's American. I don't know. You believe that it's American to, tell people to shut up if you don't like what they say, and then you turn around or you have a free speech hat on or say Elon Musk is the savior of free speech. He's a free speech absolutist. And it's like, do you hear what you say out loud, or are you just totally self-aware? I don't know. I don't know what it is with these people. I think some of them are just so insecure that they see what Elon Musk and Trump do. They're so scared to live their lives because they think an immigrant's coming for their job, even though, last I checked, all the layoffs that have happened weren't because of immigrants. It's because fucking Meta or in radio, all these private equity firms are like, we're going to cut costs. We're going to lay off the people who really need the jobs. We're going to keep patting the CEO's pockets and give them golden parachutes out. And we're just going to hope the stock prices rise. And if not, then we'll just buy our stocks back. And once we do that, then they'll artificially inflate and we'll just wait for the crash because it doesn't matter. The government will bail us out anyways. But yeah, keep trying with that fucking, I don't even know. Do you think you're American? Maybe you're from, maybe you're North Korean. That's what it is, because you sound very North Korean right now. You watch those YouTubers that go to North Korea and they're like, if you don't fucking take a picture of Kim Jong-un, like with a good, like if you don't get his good side, we put you in prison. And that's what these people sound like. It's so funny. I watch these people go on tour. I'm like, this is what they want America to be. They want America to have Trump statues everywhere. And when you come here, you have to stay at the Trump Hotel when you visit America. And not only that, but you got to take a picture of Trump's good side and Melania's good side. Be best, bitches. And they want people, these Republicans, totally gone off the deep end because they're so scared of whatever fucking media, whatever Fox News has told them. I don't live in a fake reality, is all. No way. Listen, the thing is Whether you think it's a fake reality or not, here's the thing. If you believe in Americanism or whatever the fuck these people think they're propagating, it's about, you know, our ability to organize and to create the society we want. And apparently, people want a society where OSHA's gone. Remember, the labor laws in this country are written in blood. What that means is people had to die, have an accident, you know, something where those laws became laws, those safety regulations became regulations because the people before us, people are so short-minded to that people lost their lives to get us to where we are. And then when you hear that OSHA, you know, they want to just disseminate it, I don't even know, obliterate it, probably want to go to war with it. Still the best country to live in. Blue collar family. How many countries have you lived in? Because I'll tell you this, Canada made insulin free, whether you have the national health insurance or the private. Pretty sure anyone with insulin's like, oh shit, that sounds like a better country. Like off the bat, like just a life-saving fucking medication that was made for free. So listen, I'm done. What other country did you live in? Because I'm done pretending like when people go, still the best country to live in. I go, really? Have you been sick lately and not had sick time? And because they take so much out of your insurance, I mean, your paycheck for your insurance, you can't afford to go to the doctor, like the position I'm in right now. Like, that doesn't sound like the fucking best country. Do you know any of the countries that are in Europe or Canada or, I don't know, around the globe that have universal healthcare as a basic? I would love to leave Solo Slooper, and that's the easiest fucking con out there. Then leave. I've been hearing that for 20 years, buddy. And guess what? You leave. Go to North Korea. They have everything you want. They have dictatorship. They have authoritarian rule. They have, you don't get to have free speech. There's no conversation. You don't get to have a discussion. I think you guys would love it there. That's my point. America was meant to be about building something better. And it's amazing that people can see, like, they don't understand that back in the day, America wasn't like, we're doing something totally new. They based it off the French Revolution. They based it off all these different democracies, republics, all that bullshit from before. And that's why we were also partly a melting pot. You know, we weren't at first. It was a bunch of white dudes and with some shady fucking employment habits. But the thing is I don't understand how people can work 80 hours and be like, greatest country ever. You know, I use vacation time if I'm sick, but awesome. When it's like other countries are like, you fucking dummy. You dummy. If you're sick, you should just be able to be sick. And you shouldn't go into medical debt. We have medical debt. I put him in timeout. I didn't see what else he said. The rich have screwed the people, and the poor people think they're going to be rich someday, so they just kind of like getting the status quo where it is. And they like telling people like me to shut up, who was like, listen, why don't we see what every other country's doing and go, let's take the best of that. Seriously. Blue collar or the other dude have to work 20 hours for full pay. For sure, nowhere near 80. That's amazing. You're unique. You understand that, right? So are you for other people being able, because I've been saying this since I started a live stream last year, that I think America should be in a 3-day work week, no loss of pay. And if you look at just the studies, I did this last week, go back and look at the studies, look up the UK study where people went to a 4-day work week, no loss of pay. You know, burnout, people were healthier, they didn't take time off, there was more production, revenue went up 1.4%. So what I'm saying is, Solo Slooper, would you be okay with other people getting that? Or are you just one of the people that are like, no, I'm fine, fuck all y'all? Because that's where I really have the issue, is that people do that here in America. They love to be like, well, I'm good. Who gives a fuck if your kids are starving? And I'm like, oh, you'd be a great neighbor. I'm sure your neighbors fucking love you. I'm sure your community is like, oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's doing good, but don't show him the sick kids. He wants them all deported. They make him feel uncomfortable. Like, give me a break, okay? I would love to have 2 kids. I would love this. I have 2 kids, would much rather be at home, but that's not the case. Why not? Because we can make it the case. That's what I mean. Go look at any of the Scandinavian countries. I think they have 2 years off for parental leave. Because I'm sick of the Republicans pulling this bullshit wool over your eyes saying, where's the dad in the home? You ever hear Ben Shapiro say that? Where's the dad in the home? Where's the dad? Well, the dad didn't have any fucking time off. Never mind what the marriage situation was. If we give them 2 years to spend raising those kids in the most intimate, most important times of their lives, and we paid for it, which we could do through our taxes. Do you know how many fucking people and countries we fund? My Jesus, just not make another plane. We don't need any more planes, guys. We won the world. We won the world. My whole point, again, is like, Solo, it bugs me that, like, you're like, I work 20 hours a week and I can make full-time pay. And I'm like, that's awesome for you, man. I'm so happy. And with those 20 hours that you're working, that's great. You should be able to spend time with your kids. How the fuck could you shit on somebody for wanting that for all of us? Look, why? Just explain that. And what did Dems do? I'm not talking about this. So I'm not a fucking Democrat. I'm a socialist. I'm a fucking anti-establishment, anti-capitalist fucking loudmouth. I am not in any of those political parties. Never have I been registered one of them. I am not, okay? I refuse to fucking live in one of those boxes. So stop that bullshit. It's not about what the Dems did. It's about getting each other to understand that I love you work 20 hours a week. I think that is awesome. I pray that you have enough time that when your kids need you there, you're there. That when you're sick, you get to take care of yourself. My whole fucking issue is that you get that and you're like, fuck all these people wanting that. What are they, crazy? What do they want to have a life? They need to work till they die. Look at France. When France was like, we're going to raise the retirement age to 64, the trash guys were dumping trash on their equivalent of, you know, the State House or whatever. And I'm like, that is fucking amazing. Those are people that, they don't give a shit if it's their grandma or their aunt or not, or their mother. They love their country. That's a love of country. It's like, you know what bugs me? I go to Target yesterday because they're sick, right? We got to pick up fucking whatever it is. You know, the kids like can hardly eat, so we're just getting specific things. I go to Target at like noon, and I thought to myself, I said, you know what the corporate media is going to propagate into people's minds? That these jobs, because they don't want to pay people enough, they're going to start telling people these are retirement jobs. Because they used to say, these are for high school kids. And my response is, oh, so Target closes from 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, you fucking dodos? It's not a high school job. A minimum wage was meant to be a living wage. I don't have time for it. I've testified at the State House. Look up what FDR said about it. He said, if your business can't survive paying people a wage they can live on, then your business shouldn't fucking exist in America. And we've gotten so far from history. But I look around and it's all old people. The old lady that helped me, she goes, it's gonna be a while, because she was old. And I thought, my God, and I was sick and, you know, impatient. I just was like, that's okay. And I thought, everybody here is like retirement age. And I've talked to some of these people and they say, I'm in retirement, and they're fucking working to afford their medicine or just to make sure the heat stays on. And this is the sickening fucking thing about people saying this is the best country in the world. Because when I look around and I see all these people who should be spending the time with their grandkids or fucking going to Florida on a goddamn cruise where they get diarrhea and die there, it's like anything but working at Target. And they have you believing that, like, oh no, best country in the world. We got fucking all the retirees working. Nobody can fucking afford anything anymore. I'm sorry I'm not reading the comments, but, and by the way, if you're new here, hit subscribe and the notification bell. I do live streams every weekday. I was sick on Monday, I missed it, but please hit subscribe. I'm trying to do this for a living because we need to communicate. I'm trying to build a community here. CJ's part of it. Solo Slooper, whether you like it or not, you're part of it, because you know what? This is a beautiful discussion that I like to have. It doesn't mean we have to agree. It does not mean that I have to like you. It just means that we have to start the discussion. Our vets are homeless. Listen, we could solve homelessness with $20 million. Go read Rutger Bregman's Realist Utopia. Great book, $6. Fucking buy it on eBay. Don't buy it from that guy that thanked us for sending him to space, Bezos. Don't buy it from him. And don't buy your books from goddamn Amazon. Don't buy your books from Amazon. Buy them from eBay, thrift stores, all that shit. Get your money, boy. Rusty Shackleford, that sounds like a fucking fake name. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just tweeted your channel at X. Hope your account gets banned, less than that cause. Murder a group of people just because you're realizing these are the people. Rusty. So I'm on X, so tag me in it. I've already been banned from X once. This is the amazing discourse that we get to look forward to from, I'm guessing, what are you, 13? Or did you just not mature past there? This is very much what I was talking about today with Elon Musk and him getting white people Twitter banned from Reddit, or I don't know if it's a permanent or a temporary 72-hour, but Rusty, you are walking right in the footsteps of Elon Musk. Like, subscribe, and follow. Choose the side of labor, guys. Yep, Elon Musk could make us all millionaires and still be rich. The thing is like, so Warren Buffett, if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, I don't know what to tell you. But Warren Buffett said the other day, he's like, he thinks he's close to dying or whatever, you know, and he was like, I'm giving my money to my kids, but his kids, I didn't realize were like older, in their 60s or something, right? And he said, I'm worried that, because he goes, I'm giving my money to my kids, but it's so much money that I want them to donate it. And in the article, I talked about it on live, he said, it's so much money, he goes, I don't think they're going to be able to donate it in the 10 years that I've given them to donate it. So think about that. These people, like somebody had a meme of, if you got paid $2,000 an hour, no taxes taken out, nothing taken out, just $2,000 an hour, and you started working from the day Christ was born till now, you'd have like $4 billion. And they were like, these guys that have billions have like 200 times that, or you know what I mean? They have like 50 times that. That means that's like so much, you know what I mean? It's like Mackenzie Scott divorced Jeff Bezos, solidarity Mackenzie, and that broad gives away more money than we've ever seen, and she's richer. That's compounding interest, folks. When you have so much money that is just making so much money that you can't give it away. And this is not like a theory or fucking what I think. This is like the issues of the wealthy. Meanwhile, we're talking about Canada made insulin free and people here die because they have to ration it. Again, greatest country in the world, folks. Remember that. Get off here if you're gonna be immature. Yeah, well, don't be mad they cut the federal health benefits. I am mad because why don't they cut Elon Musk's subsidies? If he has $400 billion and he's getting our taxes to fund his companies, why would we cut the people who have almost nothing? Again, I just want you to think blue collar. That hurts me. A blue collar guy thinking that the people who are most vulnerable, that means 1 in 5 kids in America go hungry. I hope you know that. Look it up. That we should be cutting their benefits. I just want you to go say that in the mirror. You know, go right now. Leave the fucking live stream. Go sit in the mirror for a second and say, I think the people who are most vulnerable should lose the most. This is the part where, like, America is tough for me, you know? Because if you don't know any kids like that, then God bless you. But let me tell you, that's not something you gotta be a weird person to think, like, you know, kids that are hungry shouldn't have food, SNAP, WIC, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, blue collar fan, just type it in the chat. Say, I'm glad that hungry kids go hungry. Say what you really mean. Don't hide behind that stuff. You know, like, I don't like when people hide behind that. People say, oh, don't be mad you're cutting federal benefits, welfare queen. Yeah, the person on welfare is a queen. Living the high life. Not Elon Musk, who has so much money again. He could never get rid of it. Look at how much he lost on Twitter, and he's richer. We shouldn't have to, like, my taxes, I don't want them going to subsidize his companies. I'd rather them going to help kids who are hungry, people who need health care, all those things. But okay, just say it. Just say what you really mean. Just say what you really mean. Don't hide behind the wording. Say what you mean. Say those people who are in such a bad shape, because just so you know, to qualify for that, you have to make a certain amount of money. And if you make over it, you lose those benefits. So people almost stay in poverty for the help because they don't have, like me, I didn't have parents growing up. So You know, my parents died at a young age. My youngest brother is still homeless. And that lifestyle is not any kind of royalty. But again, the corporate propaganda, the politicians want you to believe. It's so funny to me, the people who are like, I don't trust the government when Biden's in control. when their government tells them welfare queen, they're like, I trust the government. And then they're like, wait, Biden? I don't trust that government. I trust that government. It's like, Jesus Christ. So just say what you mean, you know? Poor people shouldn't get any help. Say that. What was your name? Blue collar. That hurts. That fucking hurts me, man. I'd like to think you're better than that. I like to think that you didn't mean what you said. But you did. You took the time to type it out, so I just want you to own it. Just own it. Just say, I think Elon Musk, we should all pay taxes to help float his shitty companies. You know, Cybertruck. Or the Boring Company. Remember that one? The tunnel underground in Vegas? That's going to take over America one day. Who would have ever thought of a tunnel? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But just say, you want your taxes going to Elon Musk, not to poor people. Simple. I solved what you were really getting at. Fuck me. I'm sorry. That's the part of America that really bugs me. And I know there's people out there like that. Critical. Oh, I like critical. I'm not reading your comment yet, so I don't know if we're going to argue, but I really like how you spelled that. Critical X. That's a cool-ass way to spell it. Do you write graffiti? Because that should be your graffiti name. I don't care about EBT SNAP, but the fact we have homeless vets while sending money out of the country is insane. 100%. The fact that we got homeless here in America when we got 26 houses for every single homeless person there is. Look it up. This is the shit that, you know, homeless, like we could solve homelessness, guys. We can solve it. Like, it's solvable. Again, read Rucker Bregman's Utopia for Realists. That's what it's called, Utopia for Realists. It's a great book. It's on my Discord. I've linked it in the Discord in our book club down there. Read it. Rucker Bregman talks about in Denver how they almost eradicated homelessness. Almost eradicated homelessness for vets. And guess how they did it? You just give them housing. No strings attached. You just let them get back on their feet. I know the media will tell you, oh, but drug addicts are just going to drug. Listen, there's so many people, speaking as a former drug addict, there's so many people that just need a help, a line out. There are people that will go back to it, without a doubt. But there are a lot of people who don't see the hope and they go, well, if I do this, then how will I even get there? And Utopia for Realists, Rucker Bregman, the Dutch historian, he's the guy who famously did not get his segment on Fox Entertainment played because he called Rucker Bregman called Tucker Carlson a millionaire mouthpiece for billionaires, and then Tucker went off on him. Critical. That's a cool ass way to spell that. I like that. Critical condition. Oh, you could be a hip hop star. I know somebody who went into one of his dumb tunnels and only fits one car. Oh yeah, listen, CJ, if you haven't seen, there's YouTubers who have done it. It's a taxi service through a tunnel. This fucking moron didn't even think like, oh, well, they have subways in Boston and New York. Like we could do the train. And I'm like, can we get high-speed rail, please? Somebody was talking about there was a proposed high-speed rail from New York to Chicago in like 2 hours. Could you imagine that? Imagine that? And especially with how the FAA is being run right now. I'll tell you what, I'll buy a fucking Greyhound ticket all day long. You ain't gonna catch me on AAA or AA or whatever those airlines are. All right, so check out this art. Oh, listen, something real fun that I just wanted to bring up. I linked it down below. There's a video to a guy who created a dirt bike with, you know, those exercise balls. They're not medicine balls. They're like the rubber bouncy yoga balls. He created a dirt bike with those as the wheels. He calls it a drift bike or something. And I thought, this is the technology we're missing out because Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk own everything. They're like, nah, we're going to give you a certain amount of technology. It's just like Apple. Like, you understand, like, there's Google Pixel phones and all these phones that have like 1 billion megapixels. And you're like, Apple, how come I'm still at like 16 or 24? And they just don't release the tech because next year they want you to buy something because they have stupid AI attached to it or whatever. So capitalism has really stifled our technology at this point. And my point is go look at the video. Go look at the video of this drift bike. And I'm like, shit, man, how much, like, we're probably missing out on hover bikes, folks. I mean, hover boards, hover bikes, patent pending. Nobody take hover bike from me. Because I've always said the hoverboard is just a drone with a skateboard on it. Very powerful drone. Again, patent pending. Please don't take my ideas. Yeah, no two-way road, though. Yeah, no. A hover quad. Yeah, I've seen the hover quad. But again, you know, technology isn't being developed like that, and I think we're missing out. If you know about, I forget what the name of the electric car in China is. That's amazing. I saw this YouTuber displaying it. I was like, what fucking car is that? It's like a luxury car, and it's like $20,000. He's like, this is the electric vehicle out of China. But of course, we can't buy it here in America, so nobody knows about it. But this YouTuber did a great, like, full rundown, and I was like, where has that been all my life? The hover quad. So yeah, I linked this video because I did want to have something fun in here, just because I've been feeling absolutely horrible. The news is not good, folks. Sinner, bro, the real stuff is given to the military at the highest priority, and what we get at the consumer end is wailed. Sinner, as somebody who has family connections with people very high in the military, you are right. You're right. Again, stifling our technology. We're missing out on hoverboards. God damn it. If anybody's from the 80s and remembers Back to the Future, we all waited for that. It's weird watching movies now where they're like, in the dystopian year of 2022, and I'm like, ha 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 ha. They thought we were going to have a flying car. Idiots. All we got is expensive healthcare. Thank you so much for streaming today. Oh, CJ, thank you for showing up. And Curtis, too. Curtis, we got to get you on the, what's it called? The mod thing, man. Curtis is here all the time. And by the way, everybody that's new or stopped by or whatever, I appreciate you. I love you. We can have disagreements. We can have heated discourse. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, I'm very clear at what I want for this country. I don't want kids hungry. I'd like everybody to be able to buy a home. There's enough of them. Just look it up. Just fucking Google how many empty homes, how many empty spaces there are to homeless people. This is going to shock you. This is going to shock you. Like, that's the shit they don't cover on the news. Like, I want to start a news channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Because I want to start a news channel where I just say shit like that every day. I'm like, and you know, if capitalists would start ruining shit, we could all have our own home. Everyone. And there'll be some left over. Saw a video from Russia with the torpedo-style deployable Mr. Crockers, but all we want is megapixels. Sinner. Oh, shit. That hurts my lungs. All we want is an iPhone with 25 megapixels. Fuck, pathetic. But it's true. This is true. Apple, you dicks. You know you have the tech. They know they have the tech. Why? Because I've seen it in the Google phones. I'm like, Apple, I'm gonna wait till iPhone 44B fucking update 2. Oh my God. Sinner, I want you to think about that every time you see a tech video somewhere and be like, no, all we want is like some more megapixels on our goddamn iPhones. Shit. See, you can't have fun. Can't have fun. Oh my God. Okay, I might be done. Oh. So listen, if you're trying to go to white people Twitter, the subreddit white people Twitter today, might be banned. And do you know why? Because Elon Musk cried about it. He claimed something was illegal that he clearly knew wasn't, and it's not. And the article I linked down below, funnily enough, because the article talks about one of the kids, and they're like, it's not illegal. His name is, you know, Matthew something or whatever. I'm like, good on you. Do more shorts, just spouting the stuff. Oh, thank you, CJ. Yeah, I'm going to try to do more short. I have another short that's just a funny one. It's about when I see the cops in the car. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but I'll see if I can edit it tonight. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going to faint. I'm seeing stars. Sinner, appreciate you stopping by. Blue collar felon. I ain't going to forget your name now. If you're still watching, God bless you, man. And I got love for you, but I just want you to think about what you're saying. And who else was up there? Somebody else early in the chat said something like, "I just keep my head down," and I would implore you to read Anne Frank, and think about if the people that helped Anne Frank, the family that helped her, her dad's company hid her, but a lot of people coordinated and worked to help. If the people that helped Anne Frank just kept their head down and said, we can't get involved, politics, whatever. Like, think about that shit. Think about Harriet Tubman. Think about my cousin John Brown. If those people just kept their head down and said, Harriet Tubman freed herself, and then said, I just keep my head down. She could have. But Harriet Tubman is the most fucking American person I've ever. She should be on all the money. If you don't know Harriet Tubman's story, my daughter has done a report on her for so many years that I said, you have to stop doing reports on her because you're not learning anything new. And we love her. We got a big painting of her at the house. But Harriet Tubman, absolutely miraculous woman who went as an outlaw and saved people. And then was part of the Civil War. I mean, she did. This woman was. There's no one like this. Is a unicorn, Shout that bro oligarchs hate. I just subbed and liked the live as well. Sinner, thank you. Hold on. The real funny stuff is the iPhone you're using is made here and now. You don't know how much Apple saves manufacturing in India. Oh man, no, I know. Oh, and shout out to all my folks in India. I want to come out to India so bad. Not only do they have so many good places to eat, but there's nothing like, this is nerdy, I watched a tectonic plates YouTube video about the Himalayas were formed. And the whole landscape there just captivates me. And I really, what's driving me nuts? America here, no matter where you drive, you could be in Florida, California, Alaska. I'm sure Alaska is still CVS, Kohl's, Target, Walmart. That shit is driving me nuts. I feel like I need to drive down a road and not see a fucking Walgreens somewhere. Say her name, Harriet. Love her. Absolutely love her. So, oh shit, that burp hurt. Didn't come out. So Sinner, thank you. Oh, yeah. So don't keep your head down. Speak up, And here's something crazy that I know these people don't like. The Rusty Shackelford. I support their right to speak out too, as long as it's not some, white supremacist shit. That's the stuff you stamp out right away. That's not free speech. But if you're just disagreeing or you want to have a conversation, I support that, man. We need to be able to hear each other out to get to join the Discord Center. Yeah, Discord link down below. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Please hit subscribe. And then after, hit the notification bell. I'll be live again tomorrow. Comes once in 144 years. Man. Some of these people, when you learn about them in history, remember, these aren't just historical figures. These were people that walked this earth. That's the most haunting thing about it. We wanted to take my daughter to vacation to Harriet Tubman's home in upstate New York. And, well, we didn't get to go. But you can walk these paths that they walked. These same people walked this ground. Their blood was spilt here. They lived, they breathed, they spoke, they helped. That spirit is here. A spirit is here. Let it embody you, be inspired by it, please, because we need more people just being like, listen, like I said before, I don't think I get to finish. I don't want kids going hungry. I want everyone to have a home and heat. I don't think an ambulance ride should cost you money. Call me crazy, or just call me a foreigner, because I guess foreigners have that opinion too. If you haven't seen Michael Moore's movie where he talks to foreigners and like, how much was that ambulance ride? And they're like, ambulance ride didn't cost me nothing. They're like, you want to guess how much it is in America? And they're like, get the fuck out of here. So, I think if you have some kind of pre-existing condition, you should not have to worry about the medical cost of it, and take it out of my taxes. I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. If it means a better life for you, guess what? I don't think we'll get as many selfish, hardened, rugged individualistic people. I don't think we'll get these really mean people wanting other people to suffer. I think I see if people see some generosity and kindness bestowed upon them, I think they will, I would like to believe they would like to, you know, pay it forward as well. You can put things up from your perspective in the Discord. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%, 100%. The Discord, we have so many different soulists. Big shout out. He's helped me design this Discord. We have so many different communities. So if you're looking to talk about Fortnite, to book club, to inspirational stuff, to just funny memes, to, you know, discourse, whatever it is, we got a bunch of things. So join the Discord. I thank you guys for joining me. Now it's really time to go. But again, articles down below if you want to laugh. Look at this drift bike. God damn, I want one though. Not gonna lie, I want one. I want to be riding on a bike sideways, just going, but facing people. That would freak people out. But we could have this. We can have this, and why not? You know, there's enough to go around. And if you don't believe that's true, let me end with this. When people are like, we gotta end the benefits for poor people because I gotta get me. You know, it's like when you heard people talking about student loans, they're like, I don't want to pay for that. I'm like, bitch, there's enough to go around. And if you don't think so, there is one guy with $400 billion. And if you're worried about the person who's getting, you know, $60 a month or $100 or let's even say $1,000 a month, let me tell you, $400 billion is a lot more. And what he gets in subsidies, that means our taxes help his fucking companies stay afloat. Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die once you find out how much more it is than the person down the street who's trying not to starve. So again, if you're one of those who's like, there's not enough to go around, well, there's about 12 to 40 people who have all the money. All the money. I'd look at them first. I wouldn't worry about the person just, you know, trying to fucking eat. I'd look at the guy who's trying to populate Mars and be like, could there be something wrong with this? Could he have too much money that he went on TV, Jeff Bezos went on TV and thanked everyone from Amazon customers and Amazon Prime for sending him to space? Maybe he's the problem. But again, those little kids are hungry, and my taxes, a small little sliver of my taxes help them eat. This is a fucking conundrum, folks. But again, the public school system is failing us, so who knows? You might get the answer wrong. All right, guys. Sinner, God bless you. Love you. CJ, love you. Curtis, if you're not here anymore, love you. And to the rest of you, I pray you join this community. We're organizing here. We're building up right here. This is how it starts, folks. The path to a better world where kids don't go hungry. That's such a low bar. That's such a the path to a better world is where kids in America don't go hungry and billionaires don't have trillions of dollars. Oh, shit, guys, we set the bar so low that, like, it's not even on the screen. You can't even see the screen, the bar so low. Oh, shit, the link isn't valid. Sometimes those links are like a 2-week fucking thing. Listen, I don't call him Elon. I call him Enron, Muscolini, and Bezos. American welfare queens, 100%. That should be a movie. I will, once I'm done, I will grab a new link. Unless Soulless, if you check in or watch us, throw a link in the comments. I will throw a link in the comments. I'm so sorry I can't do it right now because I'm on my phone, but I will connect. That sucks because I thought that was a good forever, but Discord does this thing where they're like, how long do you want the link active? And I'm like, I don't know, forever? What are you closing down? What are you closing up shop soon? Jesus. I don't know what the reason is behind that. Smarter minds than mine have figured that shit out. Oh, okay. I bid you good day. I see you tomorrow. Critically think, folks. When people start telling you stuff, especially you people that are like, I don't believe the government, but all of a sudden January 20th, you believe the government. Question that. Just question things. I love doing that. You know what I like to teach my kids? Would fucking bit me in the ass? Ask why. They do it all the time. Go clean that up. Why? Oh, God damn it. Why did I teach you to ask questions? But it's good for them. It's healthy for you. It's American. American as dissenting. And remember,